Hello. Hi. It's a pleasure to see you. How are you?
And thank you very much for inviting me on your show.
Of course, you're most welcome. So we have a lot of things to talk today on the show. We hope to bring the quality of your contents and knowledge and insights to the audience, so they'll benefit of what you're going to share with them, and also they get to know you. I understand you have. I'm going to start directly with what you have done and achieved. You are, you were and still are a busy man, a busy author, a busy intellectual. You have
Thank you.
48 books, if I understand right.
Yeah,
48 books.
yeah,
When did you have time to write all these books? That's amazing.
yeah. Thank you for asking me that question. I get up morning 4 o'clock,
Mhm.
and I keep writing books, and I sleep in the night at 10 o'clock. So morning to night, I keep writing books.
So you
And
have
if
4 hours of sleep,
uh,
5 hours of sleep.
I sleep night 10 o'clock and wake up morning 4 o'clock. Afternoon, I take a nap to
Okay.
recharge myself. So morning I read. I am passionate about teaching. I am passionate about writing. I am passionate about sharing my knowledge. I am
Yes.
passionate about inspiring the people.
Inspiring the
If,
people. Yes.
inspiring the people. So this is the these are all the activities I do, and I follow strict timings because I served in the Indian Air Force, and I have come from a military background. So I'm
Okay.
very strict. So I maintain my physical fitness, and also I stick to my timings. I am very punctual. Morning 4 o'clock I get up, night 10 o'clock I sleep. So throughout the day I keep writing. I'm very much focused on my books,
So military style. Your management is military
and I
style.
have been writing for the last 10 years.
Oh, beautiful. You wake up early. So the reason I ask you this question is most of us, we wanted to write books, but there are difficulties. I'm talking to the audience and also wanted to hear this. We want to write a book or two or three, but there is no time.
Yeah,
We say there is no time.
yeah,
This is a myth as I'm listening to you. You wrote 48 books, and they're
yeah,
all full of insights that are quality contents, and you're helping your students, leaders out there. You're helping everyone who can read your book or books. So the catch is, as I understand it, is you have you should have a discipline. I should have a discipline as a individual wanted to write a book. What we're learning from Professor Rowe here is have the discipline to either sleep early or adjust your time management in a way that you will put time to write these books and know exactly what you want to write about. Prepare this because you also do research. It's not only when you write a book, Professor, you don't just put whatever in your thoughts. You research it and then you expand on it. Is that right?
yeah, yeah. See, first of all, when you want to write books, you need to have a passion. So
Passion to write.
I'm passionate about writing books.
Okay.
I'm passionate about teaching.
Okay.
I'm passionate about sharing my knowledge free with the world. I'm passionate about inspiring the people.
These are
So
good
these
passions.
are the four pillars of my personality.
Mm.
And I'm not financially strong. I still belong to a lower middle class family with lots of financial challenges. Because some time back you was saying, time management. It's not only time management, because of some challenges, people don't write books because they are being distracted from some external challenges, family
Yes.
challenges, financial
Even
challenges.
the internal challenges, they don't even know how to write them, or they don't know how to put their thoughts together.
That's
That,
the reason. That's the reason why I told you, you must be passionate about what you do.
mhm.
I am passionate about writing books, so I keep writing. So for the last 10 years, I have been writing books. I have written 60 books, 60 books I have written. 48 have been published. Two more books are under publication. So you can understand uh, that I could write 60 books within a span of a decade. How it
Mm.
is possible? Because I'm passionate about writing. I'm disciplined because I have come from a military background. Two, third, I plan properly. I have a strategy in my mind and I execute it. It's not that it is easy to write a book. After writing book also, we have to approach endorsers. We have to approach a person who can write forward for this book. After having everything, we need to approach a publisher.
Yes.
If I approach 100 publishers, one publisher may accept. 99% of the publishers, they will reject my proposal.
Yes.
Despite having a track record of 48 books being published, still I have a challenge of looking for publishers.
Yes.
So getting published is a very big challenge.
Let me
As
ask you.
you,
Yeah, let me ask you. So you had 48 books. Did you have different publishers, or you had one specific publisher publishing all these books?
no, I never did that mistake. I have diversified publishers. I don't depend on one publisher.
Good.
I have different publishers because if I depend on one publisher and if he doesn't take my book, where I will be? I'll be in a big soup. So what I did, it's a marketing strategy. I started giving my books to different publishers so that if X doesn't take, Y will take. If Y publisher doesn't take, Z will take. If Z publisher doesn't take, A publisher will take. So like that, I have diversified by giving my books to different publishers.
Yes.
So that's my strength.
I think that's a good strategy, as long as they are committed to your efforts as you're committed to them. Even if you wrote one book by itself, it's an achievement. Imagine 48 books. And I wanted to have your insights so other writers and authors out there, they get the formula of success. How to discipline, know exactly what you want to write about, and actually execute what you want to write about. So do not just say, I want to do it, I want to do it, actually do it. So thank you for sharing that insight about yourself and what you've done. Tell me a little bit, briefly, tell me a little bit about your background. You mentioned you were in the military. I also read that you were a pilot, or are you still a pilot?
No.
Okay.
Let me start my humble origins.
Okay.
I was born to toxic parents and I grew up in a toxic environment.
Okay.
And my father had a tea stall, tea shop. So I used to sit in the tea stall and
Okay.
sometimes I used to prepare tea
Okay.
and serve
How old were you
dishes.
then? How old were you?
Very young, very young. Maybe I was 10 years old or
Okay,
11
so you
years
already
old.
have your own senses of what's happening. Okay.
So because I belong to a poor family, and my father had a tea shop, and I used to help him by making tea, by cleaning the dishes. After going to school, I used to do all those things. So my childhood I've been struggling since my childhood,
Mm-hmm.
and underwent lots of challenges. I wanted to study, but my parents were not in a position to fund my education.
Okay.
Then I joined Indian Air Force as a technician, lowest rank I joined. And when I joined Indian Air Force, I was not even a graduate. So after I joined Indian Air Force, I used to do all military work, and then again I used to uh, manage my time to study to pursue my qualifications. So like that, I acquired 6 qualifications, like DME, Diploma in Mechanical Engineering, BSc, degree in science, then Master of Arts, PGDBU, then PGDCLL, then MBA. After I left Indian Air Force, in the year of 2007, I joined for Ph.D. To do in the area of soft skills.
So soft skills. We're gonna talk about soft skills. So what I'm gaining as I listen to you, you mentioned you have passion in writing books. Basically passion in writing, right?
Yeah. Mm.
But what I'm sensing, and I hope I am right here, and also you mentioned your humble beginning. You didn't have to, but you mentioned it for a reason. Your purpose is, I'm just giving you a purpose. If you don't have one, I'm sure you do, but you're not sharing it. Your purpose is to let people out there Let them know you could come from a humble beginning,
Yes.
but you can
Yes.
achieve things.
Yes.
And this is me. This is me as an example.
Yeah.
Is
Role
that your
model.
purpose? Is that your purpose in life, and you're putting your passion behind it to write, improve, and be as successful as you can?
Yeah. You are very intelligent to imagine. See, I want to show to the world that a person from a very humble origins, like a
I
poor
like
family
that.
background, without having regular education, like
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration since my childhood.
Mm.
So, like that, humble origins, then self-learning. Then
Okay.
after I joined military, then I acquired qualifications. And throughout my life, even today also, I still belong to a lower middle class family. So I don't have any regular income for the last 5 years. Financial challenges,
Yes.
so many challenges I have, and we stay in a rented 2 BHK apartment. I still sleep on the floor. So, despite having so many challenges, still I am pursuing my passion, like writing books and
Yes.
also sharing knowledge free with the world,
Yes.
despite having constraints. So, I want to, as you guessed it right, I want to show to the world that everything is possible in this world.
Mm.
If you have the willpower, if you work hard, if you persist, and definitely can make it big.
Let me talk about Vision 2030, 1 million global leaders. Tell me a little bit about that. So that's your initiative.
Yeah, it's an I have crafted Vision 2030 1 million global leaders.
Okay. How far are you? How many
Because
you have?
so far I've trained around 40,000 students as global leaders.
Okay.
It's a non-profit initiative. So what's happening across the world is baby boomers are retiring, and other generations like millennials especially, they are not trying to take up leadership roles and responsibilities. So there is a leadership vacuum across the world.
Mhm.
So I belong to Generation X. Baby boomers are retiring. So there is a millennials. They are also known as Generation X,
Mhm.
Generation Y. They are not well trained and groomed with the leadership roles and responsibilities. So what I thought is, since I belong to Generation X, I can bridge the gap between baby boomers and uh, Generation Y. So I started since I got into teaching field. I started training students as global leaders. So I have
Okay.
created a vision so that this youth can become global leaders. So later on, I realized that creating 1 million students as global leaders is not possible. Physically training. So
Do
then
you
what I
do
started to
do you do conferences? You invite, or are you at that stage now, where you invite other leaders to come and speak in your events, or you haven't reached that level yet? Still in the organization stage.
what I do currently is whenever educational institutions invite me to provide free training, I go and provide. That's what I do in India. One. Secondly, when I get any opportunities in India or across the world, I go on keynote conferences and deliver leadership training programs. For instance, I went to Malaysia many times and I conducted training programs. Even I keynoted conference also.
Nice.
Even in India also, I deliver commencement address. We call it as convocation address in India. So I deliver commencement speech, graduation speech,
Mhm.
apart from providing training to the students to groom them as global leaders.
Is that in India only, or that's worldwide? Your
Uh,
vision
uh,
that what
this I am doing only in India. That
for
too,
now?
whenever colleges invite me to come and deliver free training program, I go and deliver because it's a
Why
non-profit
you
initiative.
mentioned free twice? Why do you do it free? Why didn't you charge them, so this way you can at least fund some of the activities you do?
Yeah, that's correct. See, I admire Peter Drucker, the father of modern management. So what he did was he he believed in non-profits. So he provided, so he did lot of charity activities. He
Sure.
conducted, he gave lots of trainings on non-profit. At the same time, he also did some activities for profits because he had to survive his family. So similarly, I also follow his pattern.
I like
His
that.
pattern is Peter Drucker's pattern of non-profits. That is Vision 2030, 1 million global leaders is a non-profit. I don't charge any money. At
Okay.
the same time, if I go and deliver any conferences,
Yes.
training programs, I get money. That's for
Okay.
profit.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
in this way, what I do, I balance both. Non-profit is a charity I do,
Mhm.
and profit is something to survive me and my wife
So
because we
what you're
need money to
doing, you're
fund.
providing values on both ends, in the nonprofit plus when they gain your
Profit.
insights, which is a
Yeah,
well-deserved,
yeah,
because with all your books and what you've written about, you have a lot of materials to cover, and any organization will be lucky to have you speak in
oh,
their
thank
in
you.
their events,
Thank you.
definitely without a
Thank you.
doubt. You mentioned your wife, so I listen. I always listen to things. I'm a good observer, so either a listener or observer. You mentioned your wife. Do you have kids or only? Do you have any
Uh,
kids?
I have a wife and two sons.
Two sons. What does your wife do?
She's housewife and she's a beautician. She's interested in cooking and she's a beautician.
They
But
say she's a
she's a
beautician, but
homemaker.
she's a beautician and a homemaker, but she's a great woman. They say behind every great man is a good woman.
There is a woman. Yeah, I say that to everyone. I am successful because of
Okay,
support of my wife.
of course. Mhm.
Because of her support, I am surviving and I am succeeding. If he didn't support, I wouldn't have come up to this level
Of
because
course.
I have so many financial challenges. She
Yeah.
never went against me.
I'm a strong believer and actually an advocate too. I have two causes I'm very passionate about. Advocacy for disabled people plus women, inclusion, regardless what race and color. I don't see people as a race. Like I'm a colorless person. I don't see people for their race. I see them for their contents, for their character, and
Yeah,
that's what I built most of my life around this concept. So I don't like to be in saying, oh, this is this or that. I see the individual. And my other passion is including women in the decision making process because I believe woman complements a man in raising good children
yeah,
and having um, viable generation that can take the helm at one day. And also the same token as far as leadership. Leadership now it's man in India is mostly in India is like a male dominated society.
yeah,
Here, at least female women leaders, they slowly but surely gaining some ground in the inclusion, but it's not enough. And I truly believe they make better leaders than us, than men.
so
Especially a woman with the proper practice and training. You don't not because she is a woman, you have to train her accordingly as you train men. Because leadership, I don't know if you agree with that or not, but leadership is made. And I appreciate the fact you acknowledge your wife.
let me also add
Individual.
something.
Yes.
I too have similar passions. I have signed up for hashtag he for she. I advocate gender equality globally.
Okay.
And as you said, India is a patriarchal society, but it's reinventing where we are emphasizing more on women empowerment.
Yes.
Okay, since I
You
have,
also have the caste system, right? You have a caste
yeah,
system that
we have
we
caste
talked
system.
about opportunities, lower middle class. In
Okay,
India,
okay,
there are limitation for the opportunities.
yeah.
What can you do? Can you write a book to change that for social
Yeah,
justice?
no, India is a country of several contrasts because India is a diversified country with so many languages, so many religions, and a huge population, second
Yes,
largest populated
yes,
country in the
after
world.
China.
So let me add some aspects about gender. See, I have signed up for hashtag he for she, and I added a book to encourage women empowerment. And the title of the book is Strategies to Build Women Leaders Globally.
Hmm.
And the Honorable Vice President of India has written a forward that book, and that book is doing good across the world. And what message I have given in that, a bird cannot fly with one wing. A bird needs two wings to fly. So if the global society has to grow, we have to encourage women empowerment. When women and men work together, collaborate, we'll be able to build a better world.
Okay.
So that's what I have mentioned in the book. Now coming to the caste system in India, India is the second largest populated country. We have uh, 1.3 billion population we have, and we have so many castes, so many cultures, so many languages, and likewise, we have so many challenges.
Yes.
But since we are into democracy, so things are going at a slow pace, but definitely things are moving in a right direction. Hopefully, in the years to come, India will have equal opportunity for all, right? So currently it's a challenge, but hopefully things will be better, and I'm sure there won't be any discrimination between men and women, and there won't be any discrimination between upper caste and lower caste. Likewise.
That's wonderful to hear, and I hope your initiative does help in that direction. You mentioned soft skills. Tell me what are soft skills?
Usually people say different things about soft skills. Like someone who is soft spoken has no soft skills. In India, people say that someone who speaks English fluently, he or she is good at soft skills. Somebody who's a good communicator, people say he or she is good at soft skills.
Soft
But
skills.
they are not soft skills. Soft skills are all about your personality, attitude, and behavior.
You mentioned so you mentioned communication. You mentioned communication as part of the soft skills, and the
Yeah.
contents part of the hard skills. So we
Hard
have two
skill.
skills. We have hard
Yeah.
skills and
Now,
soft skills. Okay.
okay, let me add one more thing. You are an expert in organizational leadership. Okay, that is your hard skill. But if you don't know how to teach to students, that means you are lacking soft skills. You got my
Yes.
point. So what is required
You're
is
lacking communication. You lack communication. So soft
that means
skills.
how you put it, how you put your knowledge across. That is soft skill. And what you put it is hard skill, and how you put it is soft skills. So you need to have both content and communication. Content is hard skill and communication is soft skill. So we need to have both hard skills as well as soft skills to achieve success.
Why soft skills are important to develop for leaders? And then, or if you like, you can tell me what soft leadership first, and then we talk about.
So first let me explain soft skills for leaders.
Okay.
Then we will move on to soft leadership.
Okay.
Soft skills are required not only for leaders, everyone.
Okay.
Soft skills are required for a janitor, the one who works at the lower level,
Yeah.
and to the CEO also. But what happens, there are three levels of management: low level management, middle level management, and top level management.
Sure. Sure.
At the low level management, you need to have more of hard skills, less of soft skills. When you come to a middle level of management, you need to have both hard skills and soft skills equally. When you go to senior level management, you need to have more of soft skills, less of hard skills. Why? Because when you go to a senior position, means you are at the strategic level. When you are at the entry level, you are at the operating level. At the operating level, you need hard skills, content. When you go to the senior level management, you need to have soft skills. That means you'll be playing a strategic role as a strategic leader. So soft skills are more relevant for leaders.
What percentage of the hard skills would senior management possess or need to possess of the hard skills?
No, both are equally required, but there are three levels of.
I mean, in the
management.
senior level, and the senior level.
Senior
So
level.
not
in
only
the senior,
soft skills, they also need some hard skills.
Yeah, agreed. But when you go to the senior level of management, you need to have more of soft skills because you have to manage people more.
Okay.
Right? So less of hard skills, but more of soft skills when you go to the senior level management.
Empathy Is it soft skills or hard skills? How do you apply it
No,
for
no,
leadership?
it comes under soft skills only.
Soft
Why?
skills.
Because empathy is the ability to get into the shoes of others, think from others' perspective, right? That is empathy. So when we empathize with others, then most of the challenges will come down with this world. But unfortunately, people don't empathize. People think from their perspective and move on. So leading it to conflicts. So the moment we empathize with others, what happens? We think from others' perspective. Then definitely we adjust ourselves.
Mm.
Then we'll be able to build a compatible relations and we'll be able to move freely with others. So empathy is a soft skill, not a hard skill.
Okay. And it's very much needed in leadership. It's a
Empathy is very
must.
much
It's a
required.
must
Why?
for leadership.
Because if you ask your subordinate to do a job which he can't do, then it doesn't make any sense. See, you can't ask a guy to carry 100 kg of weight. Why? Because he can't carry it.
Mm-hmm.
So only when you empathize, then you will understand whether you can do it or not.
Because you're
If you
putting
can
yourself in
empathize,
the mhm,
yes, you have to put into that
yourself in their shoes so they know what they
choose
think
whether you can do it or not. So
or
this is the
not.
quality of a leader.
And then you make your decision accordingly.
Accordingly, then not only making decision, you will put him in the right place
In the right place.
based by seeing the strengths and weaknesses of the person.
Okay.
Got my
So these
point?
are the skills of leadership. What is soft leadership? Is that is it the same line what you talked about? What is soft leadership?
Yeah, okay. Now this is over. Now we will move on to soft leadership.
Okay.
So how it has come, let me tell you. I did research in the area of soft skills for 4 to 5 years. And 2007, I joined for my PhD, and 2011, I acquired my PhD in soft skills.
Okay.
So then I was providing training programs to corporates. Then what happened? Some of the audiences said that they were not happy with the leadership styles.
Okay.
There are so many leadership styles like transformational, transactional, charismatic, democratic. Likewise, there were so many leadership styles. Then especially millennials, that means they are also known as Generation Y. They said, they were looking for new leadership where we want to be treated like friends, colleagues, partners, not like boss and
Mhm.
subordinate. Then I started working since I have done soft skills and I am passionate about leadership because I served in the Indian Air Force. So I blended this both and I created 11 C's. So those 11 C's I would like to put in this way: character first, second charisma, conscience, conviction, courage, communication, compassion, commitment, consistency, consideration, and contribution. So these 11 C's I have
11
made one.
C's. 11 C's.
I made a grid. Then I requested Dave Aldrich, the father of modern HR. He's my best friend. So 10 years back, he wrote forward for a book on soft leadership.
Mhm.
10 years back. And not only that, he created one code, leadership code. He is expert in leadership code that he integrated with the soft leadership. So I'm grateful to him. So then I authored a book some around 10 years back. Then subsequently I have authored 5 to 6 books on soft leadership. So many research papers have been published in soft leadership in emerald journals like Leader to Leader. So gradually, I started evolving as father of soft leadership. That's how my journey has started.
Yes.
So this soft leadership is basically it believes in partnership, not like boss and subordinate, and it believes in where this millennials appreciate working, and this kind of leadership is the need of the hour in the present century. In the previous century, it was different, autocratic, all those things work. But in this century, in the digital world, especially the millennials who are becoming more assertive, and Gen Z is also entering into workforce. So we need to emphasize more on soft leadership.
Mm.
So soft leadership is uh, emphasizing on people orientation without compromising task orientation. That means you have to get the things job done, but with persuasion, polite, pleasing manner.
Manners.
Mm.
This is part of part of soft leadership.
Yeah.
Manners also lead us to respect and also trust. Thank you for explaining that. I'm gonna try to share something. Do you see what we have on the screen here? So this is See the Light in You.
Yeah.
That's your latest book. Is this a bestseller?
Yeah. This is the award-winning book. His Holiness Dalai Lama has written a foreword for this book.
Okay.
This book talks about mindfulness,
Mindfulness. Okay.
spirituality. It covers various aspects of leading life mindfully, and this is one of my favorite books. And I have dedicated this book to our Vice President of India, Mr. M. Venkaiah Naidu. And
Okay.
the greatness with this book is that His Holiness Dalai Lama has written a foreword.
Yeah.
He talked about the importance of
Okay.
mindfulness in the current world.
Mm.
Because of technology is both good and bad. Because of the technology, people are getting some benefits, and also they have some challenges. They are feeling loneliness. uh, People are getting depressed. uh, People are getting some people are committing suicide. So many challenges have come. So this is the need of the hour across the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I have written about mindfulness and the spiritualism, leadership, all those things I have uh, written in this book.
So when the Dalai Lama writes your forward, it means he's endorsing this book.
Yes,
If he
thank you.
endorsed it, people should read it.
Yeah, people are reading.
Uh,
It's selling good across the world.
where can they find the book? Where's the book sold? How do you promote?
I don't promote my books in any way, but I post the book links on my social media platforms like
Okay.
LinkedIn,
Is it
Facebook,
available on
Twitter.
Amazon? Amazon available?
It's available on Amazon,
Okay.
and anyone if they Google "See the Light in You," so they will get this book,
And I put the
and they
image,
can
so they
purchase
should.
on it.
Yeah, they should have the image. Thank you. So thank you for writing these books so you can enlighten others. That's very powerful, and we thank you
That,
for that.
the thing is, this book throws the light on the people. Those are in the dark. People with loneliness, people with suicidal tendencies, people with depression. If they read this book, they get hope. They become optimistic, and
Oh,
they get
nice, nice.
recharged. So that is the reason why I have written this book.
When you summarize it as it's the optimist book, is how to be a better person, how to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
Yeah,
say. Yeah, there
at
is
the end of
always silver lining or the dark cloud. So this book helps see the light at the end of the tunnel. Those who are having
tunnel.
depression, or those who have cynicism, those who have negativity, they can overcome that cynicism and pessimism, and they can start seeing in an optimistic manner. They start seeing, they look at the rising sun, not the setting sun. They start seeing the positive aspects.
They see the horizon, the bright horizon,
They
and
they
they
learn
go
to
from
see
there.
the stars, not the scars they have. So from scars to stars.
Yeah, people out there, if you want to be optimists, see the lights in your life, you know what to get the book, you get the contents, so you can improve as well. So writing books to improve the lives of others. This is when you said inspire others, huh? Very good,
Yeah.
very good. Any words of wisdom for future leaders?
I always emphasize one thing. Challenges will be there throughout our life, because life is not straight. It's full
Mhm.
of peaks and valleys. So we should embrace uncertainty, and we should emphasize on humility and humanity and hope.
Humanity and
So
hope.
we should emphasize on humility. We should be very humble. We should be
Mm.
simple, humble. We should
Why,
emphasize
why,
on humanity.
why do we have to be humble? How important is that? Why people are humble or become humble,
See,
especially leaders?
I feel in this way, we brought nothing into this world. When we die, we carry nothing from this world.
Mhm.
Why should we have that false ego? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Let us be very simple and humble. Okay, God has given an opportunity to come to this world. So let us do something for the world. Let us add some value to the society and say goodbye from this world. Let
With
us leave
those,
our marks.
what do you call for the, what do you call these leaders who are, to those leaders who are arrogant out there? Or the people in general who they have, as I said last time on other shows, they see a little bit of success and they change without forgetting they came from, as you said, they came to life from a seaman, dirty seaman that
Yeah, yeah,
became a man. And
yeah.
now they become this arrogant people. What do you tell them? What do you tell these leaders?
It is the challenge. It's the image you take instead. See, you said rightly that they came from salmon. Yeah, you said right.
Dirty seaman.
Very bluntly you told, very honestly you told.
Mhm.
And they, when they see little success, they become arrogant. They don't care for the people.
Mhm.
So it's unfortunate.
What happens to the followers when they see an arrogant leader? And same question if they see a humble leader. Give me the comparison or contrast between the two.
So it's very simple. When they say arrogant, people are very wise. People are very smart. The technology has thrown everything open.
Mm.
So earlier people were under dark. Now everything is thrown open. People can easily identify what you are and what I am. It's very open society now across the world. So if
Mhm.
somebody is arrogant, they just go back and say to others that he's so and so arrogant. They pity on him. If you look at Dalai Lama, very humble. Mother Teresa, very humble. She served the society. So what carries with us is humility, which is very important.
Mhm.
That's what I emphasize. I never carry my success on my head. I'm
Mhm.
always very simple. I don't tell to anybody who am I. I never tell to anybody that I have written 48, published 48 books. People don't know that I have written 48 books. Why? Because they don't know anything about me. I go like an average individual in the
Well,
society.
I was going to end the show now, but then you bring something else. You're exciting to talk to. Tell me about self promotion. So, if someone is humble and they don't want to talk about themselves, how can they promote themselves? What's the best strategy?
No, humility doesn't mean that they don't promote their work. I
Tell me.
think there is some confusion. Let me put it very clearly.
Tell us.
Humility means respecting others, checking their ego, and staying grounded. That is humility. Staying grounded, respecting others,
Mhm.
and caring for others. So that is humility. So humble people uh, also have to promote themselves.
How?
Okay. So without promoting, how people will come to know that they are humble?
How to
See,
promote yourself without being arrogant or self promoter?
no, let us forget arrogant. Okay, I don't like the term arrogant at all. So there is nothing wrong in promoting our work and our creativity or our achievements. There is nothing wrong. Okay, so in my case, what I do is I just make use of my social network and post whatever the
No,
things
which
I
is
do.
fine. Which is fine. This is a general question because there is a notion out there. If somebody talks about his or her work, the label that comes to that person is he is self promoter. There's a concept out there. You don't promote yourself. Now I understand we have to. I promote the show. I talk. You promote your book, which is fine. But if there are specific skills that you can advise people that they want to promote themselves, first, don't listen to others. Just promote yourself. Or are there specific technique that you can promote or at least work with to
See
promote your
what
things
I do.
without sounding self-conceited
Yeah,
and
without sounding arrogant, we can
yeah.
promote ourselves. What I
No.
do is, I have my own social network like LinkedIn. blog,
Mhm.
Facebook, Twitter. So I keep posting whatever I do. That's it. Those who like, they promote it. I
Mhm.
got it or not. If I'm strong, see, you invited me for this show because I'm having strong content, right? Similarly, when I
Yes.
post something on social network, people will follow automatically. They will share.
Mhm.
So then what happens? The brand will go up. Now, coming to your point, you have to promote your own work because how you will get your livelihood, how you will get money, how you will survive. So,
Exactly.
promotion is required. Promotion is different from arrogant. Okay, arrogant means someone who doesn't care others. That is arrogant.
Okay.
That is wrong.
Mhm.
So, humble leaders, every leader has to promote. Nowadays, in this world, if you don't promote, nobody will know about you.
Mhm.
So we have to promote to the extent possible. That doesn't mean that we throw lots of money, create throw money and keep on marketing. So people will come to that these people they are throwing money and money and to market themselves and building their brands.
Also,
Ultimately, the people who are having content can survive.
also contents and the intention. If your
Uh,
intention to inspire others, who cares what they think? Just
Very
do it.
simple.
Just do it.
Intention.
Yeah.
Our intentions and our actions. Our intentions and our actions.
Yeah. To
If there is
help
a
others, to
consist,
help people, serve
if
others.
there is a if there is a consistency between our intentions and our actions, people
Mhm.
will respect us and they will promote our work. Very simple.
Do you care for people's respect much? What's your
And it's
philosophy
not in
on
that way. See,
that?
respect is something you don't have to run behind.
Exactly.
If you deserve, you will get respect out of it. I
Yeah.
believe in that.
I start to learn that. I mean, I really don't care much anymore to people's
No,
opinion.
in the sense, I tell
Yeah.
to my students,
Mhm.
don't run for popularity. Popularity is a passing cloud.
Mm.
Don't run behind charisma. Run behind character. If you are having
Character,
a
yeah.
strong character, for me, character is more important than charisma. There are leaders like Hitler.
Yeah.
They were Mussolini. They were charismatic, but no use. But the people like Mahatma Gandhi, with strong character, they survived at the end.
Yeah.
Even we talk about Mahatma Gandhi now also. Why? Because of his ideas, ideals, and insights.
Although there is no perfect man. I mean, I am with the idea he is a. I never promoted a man for himself or herself or a woman. I promote the character of the man. If the man has character and can deliver on these characters, he's good in my book.
See,
Uh,
let me add one sentence. No leader is entirely good. No leader is entirely bad.
yeah.
I am a researcher, author, analyst. I take the best from all leaders. That's what I
Okay.
am saying. The point is, I am a leadership author, analyst. So what I do, I take good leaders, bad leaders,
Yes.
because I have to take the best. If I take the best, I can share with my students. I
Yes.
can write in my books.
Good.
So,
I
as
agree
you
with
say
that.
now, every leader, no leader is entirely good, no leader is entirely bad.
And
You need
nobody's
certain
perfect.
good. Nobody is perfect. My job as a teacher or a professor or as an author is to take the best from everybody.
Hmm.
Now your job is also like that. You are interviewing so many people. You take the best from us and you will share with your students.
Share it with
Tomorrow you may
others,
share with your students that
the
I met
audience.
Professor M.S. I
Hmm.
met Professor M.S. from India. I enjoyed and I learned about soft skills. These are the
Where
things
are you in
that
India? What part in India are you now?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Hyderabad.
It is
Hmm.
a city in
That's
India.
also a large city, right? Hyderabad is a
Yeah,
large city.
it's a very big city and a very good city. And I am currently in Hyderabad.
Well, I convey my message to all of India through you, regards to all of them, and I wish you the best there, and I wish everybody um, equality, especially. I mean, India is famous in its equality as well, but there's this system that we need to change as well as change a lot of systems everywhere. What matters is we speak truth to power all the time, and we try to change the leadership to make it more compassionate and more empathetic, and so they can inspire other, and we get rid of arrogant leadership. That's our mission. Before we go, how can people find your contribution on social media?
It's very easy. I don't have any website. So when people Google my name as Professor M.S. Rao. M means motivation, S means success. R.A.O. Rao. If they Google my name, they get my social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. They can find my blog, Vision 2030 1 million global leaders. They can subscribe, and where I post various quotes, post articles to inspire people and to build 1 million students as global leaders. They can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. When they Google my name, Professor M.S. Rao, they can also get the link of my YouTube. They can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I also post some videos. So I'm available on various social media networks like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube channel, and above all, I have a blog, my own blog, Vision 2030 1 million global leaders. So they can subscribe, they can follow, they get lot of free stuff, and they get inspired from my contributions.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Thank you for
It was a joy. It was a joy having this conversation with you. Thank you for sharing your insights with our audience. Thank you and God bless.
and I thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my knowledge. Indeed, it was really an engaging conversation, and your questions were very much relevant and thought-provoking. I enjoyed a lot. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Of course,
Have a
you're
great day.
most welcome.